Kolkata, a densely populated metropolis on the banks of the Ganges. Sustaining the livelihood of millions. A city that has blended modernization with glorious history. Life on the move. A city with a global outlook. The other face of globalized Kolkata. A grim truth, mired in poverty, helplessness, and abhorrent living conditions. Lives filled with misery, without any hope for salvation.
কষ্টে ছিলাম মানে বাচ্চা কাচ্চা খেতে পেত না, পড়াতে পারতাম না, মানে জামাকাপড় পরাতে পারতাম না, এইসব নানা সতর নিয়ে খুব এতে ছিলাম।
ছোটটা তখন পেটে ছিল, যখন চলে গেছে সেই অবস্থা খুব খারাপ ছিল। ছোট ছেলের জন্ডিস হয়েছিল, এই ওষুধও দিতে পারিনি, কাঁচা জল খাইয়েছি ছোট ছেলেকে, অনেক কষ্টে ছেলেকে বাঁচিয়ে এনেছি। আমারও খুব অবস্থা খারাপ ছিল হতে গিয়ে। তারপরে তো ওই বাচ্চাকে নিয়ে কাজ করতে পারিনি, তার সুই রেখে 150 টাকা দিত মাস গেলে।
আমরা খুব দুজনেই এরম অন্ধ, তো আমরা খুব কষ্ট করে মানুষ করেছি, কেউ আমাদের দেখেনি। যখন প্রথম হচ্ছিল আমরা এখানে এসেছিলাম, আমাদের বলেছিল, সবাই বলেছে তোমরা এরকম খেতে পাওনি, এখানে দিয়ে দাও না।
আমার ঘর বাড়ি নেই, ভাইদের কাছে থাকি, এমনকি ভাইদের সাথে অশান্তি দুবেলা হয়, বলে তুমি এখান থেকে নেমে যাও, আমি কোথায় যাব?
আমার ছেলে মেয়ে অনেক ছোট ছিল তখন দিয়ে দিয়েছিস। আমি খুব অসহায়, আমি খুব অসুস্থ, আমার মাথায় টিউমার হয়েছে, সেই নিয়ে আমি চলছি। आज अच्छी काल नहीं।
पिताजी था, निशा सा करता था, लड़की का खोजता था नहीं, उसको हम मानुस किया, तो निशा करते करते दुर्गा पूजा में डेट हो गई। हम तो बूढ़ी हो गया, कब मरेगा कब जिएगा, हमको टीबी रोग हो गया हुआ है, कब मरेगा कब बचेगा कोई ठीक नहीं है।
Within these dark lanes of Kolkata, a man searching for the truth of life, listening to his inner voice, a man thinking beyond himself, wanting to help deprived human beings rejected by the society, having a vision for providing them a grand big family.
বিনয়দা আমার খুব উপকার করেছে। আমি ভ্যান চালাতাম, ভাড়া ভ্যান চালাতাম বলে বিনয়দা ভ্যান কেনার জন্য আমাকে টাকা দিয়েছে। এখনো আমার ছেলে মেয়েকে আমি খুব গর্ব করি যে এখানে যে পরিবেশে আছে আমি পারতাম না।
মানে দেওয়ার পরে এখন খুব ভালো আছে, ছেলেও ভালো আছে, তো সে থাকাতে আমি নিশ্চিন্তে অনেক ভালো আছি।
আমার তো খুব খুশি আছে যে মেয়েটা লেখাপড়া শিখে খুব ভালোই আছে।
হ্যাঁ, শান্তি আছে, আর শান্তি থাকবে, চিরজীবন নিয়ে যাব না।
এখানে রেখে আমি, আমার ছেলে মাধ্যমিক দিল, 9-এ পড়ে, 7-এ পড়ে, খুবই ভালো আছে।
अभी 4 साल के, अभी 14 साल के हो गया, बहुत खुशी, अभी पढ़ाई लिखाई बढ़िया करता है।
This man has been looking after hundreds of children from deprived families by giving them quality education and inculcating in them high moral values.
One day it struck me that I should start a shelter home for children from very difficult backgrounds, and to whom I could dedicate my whole life. I could bring them up as my own younger brothers and younger sisters. So in that spirit, as a guardian to them, I can live my whole life. When I decided to start a shelter home, I was first looking for land where I could start and then do some construction in that land. But even a small piece of land was costing so much that, it was just beyond any kind of imagination that I had. So I decided to start in a rented building. I therefore saw a few buildings and finally zeroed on a rented building which was near the IIM campus, and rent of which was around 12,000 rupees. So I started taking lectures for MBA aspirants in some coaching institutes in Calcutta, and through that I could meet this rent.
The financial position of Parivar started improving as it gained popularity within his family, friends and colleagues. His mother, an ardent believer in the goodness of people, was the first donor of Parivar. Within a year, Vinayak had enough funds to buy 2 acres of land at 24 Parganas and to start Parivar.
So in this way I started. First 3 children I brought from a village around 20 kilometers from Kolkata, from extremely deprived backgrounds, and with that after 15 days another 10 children came. So in this, at the end of say 2 months, I had around 30 children already. I then began to write email appeals first to IIM Calcutta alumni, because that was the domain I had access to. Though I had written to more than 1000 people, percentage wise a very small percentage responded, but still number wise it was around 20-25 people who responded, which was very encouraging to me, because I realized that when I am just starting this work, even at this stage there are people who are showing confidence in me, showing trust in me.
As the number of children grew, Vinayak realized that Parivar should have its own school to cater to the unique need of an ideal development of the children at Parivar. Amar Bharat Vidyapith is affiliated to the West Bengal Board of Education and runs classes till the high school level. This ensures that the children have a recognized certificate to continue higher education on the way to their career paths. The Vidyapith teaches the children to be proficient in 3 languages: Bengali, English and Hindi.
So all our children till grade 10 study there, and in grade 11, 12 and for graduation in colleges, they attend some outside institutions which have the stream they want to study.
Every child at Parivar is able to aspire for a brighter future based on the quality education and life skills they receive at Parivar. The initial focus on children from urban and rural areas was expanded to include children of highly impoverished tribal areas, where even 2 square meals were not available and malnutrition was rampant.
मैं झारखंड से आया हूँ। यहाँ दादा ने मुझे लाया है, क्योंकि झारखंड में मुझे पढ़ाई करने की इतनी सुविधा नहीं थी। यहाँ आके मुझे बहुत सुविधा मिल रही है। जैसे यहाँ आके मैं इंग्लिश के बारे में, बंगाली के बारे में, जैसे पहले तो मैं हिंदी जानता था सिर्फ, यहाँ बंगाली भी जान लिया और इंग्लिश भी जान रहा हूँ।
At Parivar we have residential children from around 14-15 different districts, around 12 districts in West Bengal, 2 districts in Jharkhand and a few pockets in Bihar and Chhattisgarh also.
Every year, Parivar screens more than 1,500 cases of needy children for admission. These children are in the age group of 5 to 10. Parivar has a detailed pre-admission screening process, which includes a site visit to determine that the child is extremely needy and vulnerable and in need of long-term residential support. One of the criteria in selecting the child is to determine that there is a minimal possibility of a dropout of the child from Parivar.
We ensure that they are not looking for a short-term stay at Parivar just for say a couple of years or so, but for a long-term transformation. So if a child is admitted at the age of 5, our aim is that till higher education, which could be graduation and after that a job placement, till that level the child will be at Parivar.
Most NGO and government-run shelters support the children till they attain the age of 18. The support is withdrawn after the child turns 18. Parivar has no such age limit.
I think that just like in a family, how a family supports a child to the last possible conclusion, it could be higher education, it could be job placement, depending on the potential of that child, giving all kinds of opportunities to make the most of that potential. So this was my vision, that just like a family, Parivar will also handhold the child till the last conclusive stage, which does full justice to his or her potential.
Parivar is now West Bengal's largest free residential institution, a home to more than 1,000 less privileged children, served by a team of deeply committed 170 plus full-time staff. Parivar has 2 campuses furnished with dorm-like housing, a school which has its own library, computer lab, dining halls, medical rooms, recreation halls, play fields, etc. Here, every child is seen as a project, and there is a high degree of adherence to an individualized plan of action for each child. Most children, when admitted into Parivar, are without any exposure to letters or numerals. Parivar has devised a structured bridging program for children between the ages of 5 and 10, whereby these children are provided tutoring for 6 to 12 months to bring their education levels at par with their age group.
I think this is very important because this correction has to be done in the initial phase itself. At the age of 15, nobody would want to sit in grade 6. So the backlog has to be minimized at the starting point itself, so that when they are 10 or 11, they are actually in grade say 4 or 5 or 6. After the bridging, the children are admitted into our own in-campus school, Amar Bharat Vidyapit.
After school hours, special tutors help the children in enhancing their academic performances. Children who had no opportunity of going to school, whose nutrition, safety and well-being were also under question, now start aspiring to be teachers, to be engineers, to be doctors, and to enter many such other careers. A high happiness quotient maintained in the family is the reason for the negligible dropout rate at Parivar. The atmosphere around Parivar lends itself to self-esteem and creates hope amongst the resident children. 100% of the children of Parivar appearing for the board exam clear the exam with decent scores.
The emotional and psychological nurturing of each child, I think that is of a very high level, and that I believe is the most important achievement of Parivar. Now second is that the aspiration level of the children completely changes, because their esteem need here is really fulfilled. The self-respect and the respect from others that they get here from our Sevavatis, just like in a family, how you are sensitively dealt with.
A full-time staff member of Parivar is fondly referred to as a Sevavrati, meaning the one who is devoted to an ideal service. The Sevavratis cater to all the needs of the boys as well as the girls.
शिव ज्ञान में जीव सेवा, सबके अंदर शिव है. स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने कहा था ये, लेकिन परिवार में सही में है. हर एक बच्चे को कहीं से भी आता है, वो लगता है हमारे बच्चे. जब परिवार में वो बच्चा आ जाता है, लगता है ये बच्चा हमारा ही है. बस उसका बैकग्राउंड में क्या है वो नहीं देखना है. परिवार में दादा का बच्चा है और हम सब सेवापति का बच्चा है. वो जब तक यहाँ पर आएगा वो हमारा बच्चा बन के ही रहेगा. बड़ा होगा, अच्छा इंसान तो बनेगा, तब तो समाज भी अच्छा बन जाएगा.
The children from the early batches of Parivar are now getting ready to plunge into the competitive professional world. Some are working as interns in industry and corporate offices, while others are strengthening their resumes by gaining work experience. Parivar goes beyond providing good education. It also guides the children in their choice of a career. They are set on a path on which they would be able to create a niche for themselves while conforming to the values instilled during their stay at Parivar.
আমি 2004 সালে 14 এপ্রিলে পরিবারে এসেছি। ওই টাইম থেকে দাদা আমাদের দেখভাল করেছে। ক্লাস 4 থেকে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এখন বিকম ফার্স্ট ইয়ার পরীক্ষা দিয়ে এবার সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে উঠলাম। পরিবারে আমি অ্যাকাউন্ট ডিপার্টমেন্টে কাজ করছি।
Every child has a potential that needs an opportunity for development. If they are provided the right kind of opportunity and the right kind of nurturing, they have a tremendous potential to do well.
हर 2 महीने के बाद बच्चे का उसके गार्जियन के साथ हम लोग का मीटिंग होता है। वो भी बच्चे को देखने के लिए आते हैं, फिर हम लोग के साथ मीटिंग भी करते हैं। इसका मेन कारण है कि गार्जियन के पास अंदर में एक सपना देना कि वो सोच सके कि अपने बच्चों को किस लेवल तक ले जा सकते हैं। तो लोग सोचते हैं कि अपना लड़की 10-12 साल हो जाए तो उसको शादी करा दे कहीं पे, या लड़का हो 13-14 साल का हो गया तो उसको किस काम में लगा दे, 2-4 पैसा आ जाए। लेकिन ये सोच नहीं सकते कि ये अपना भी बच्चा वो डॉक्टर बन सकता है, इंजीनियर बन सकता है, कुछ भी बन सकता है बड़े लेवल में। तो हम लोग की ये कोशिश रहता है हमेशा उनको ये बोलना, उसको समझाना, आप अपने बच्चे को और बड़े स्तर में ले जाने के लिए कोशिश करो और हमें सपोर्ट करो कि हम ये कर सके, ये सेवा आपको दे सके, आपके बच्चे को और बड़े जगह पे ले जा सके।
Parivar is expanding like a juggernaut in popularity and in resources. It is now the largest free residential institution in the state of West Bengal. Vinayak is actively working on expanding the current Parivar facility from accommodating 1,000 children to 3,000 children.
For the last 3-4 years, Vinayak had spent a lot of time in building this tier of leadership. And now we are very comfortable, that's why, that even if Vinayak is not there for several weeks in Parivar, Parivar runs absolutely smoothly because the next line of leadership are perfectly in place.
Inspired by the teachings of selfless service by Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekanand, Vinayak Lohani is helping transform the lives of hundreds of destitute children, not only of West Bengal, but also those from the surrounding states like Jharkhand, Bihar and Chhattisgarh. Parivar, his vision is now a dream fulfilled. This tireless journey of determination and dedication would provide a role model for many.